Question 46 in the book of questions. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else? I don't think I've sung today. I don't remember singing yesterday, but I might have done. I've no reason to believe that I would remember it, because for me it's quite unremarkable. I sing to myself often. Singing to someone else, definitely considerably rarer, because I'm just not that cruel. I do remember when I shared a house, I thought I was the only person in the house. I was singing at the top of my lungs really badly, but it didn't matter because I thought I was just singing to myself, and then a voice rang out from one of the bedrooms asking me to stop, and I apologised profusely. I did explain to them that had I known that I wasn't alone, I would at least have tried to sing reasonably well. I was singing very badly, but I didn't care. Singing can be quite fun, so why not do it if you are genuinely alone, not disturbing anyone. Would I sing to other people? I've sung on stage. I've been in musical shows. My voice is very inconsistent. This is the frustration with my voice. There are some days, I sing, though I say so myself, brilliantly. Oh, the wonderful, warm tone. I'm bang on the note. Everything's just great. I cannot predict when that day will be, however, so perhaps you shouldn't cast me in a long-running musical, because there are days when I cannot sing a note. Don't know why, and it's very frustrating. But I can Rex Harrison my way out of trouble, perhaps. So maybe I could play Fagin, and so I am reviewing the situation. I must look up everybody that I know, titled people with some station, who could help me make a real impressive show. I could run a fleet of carriages and own a suite of claridges and wave at all the duchesses and behave just as much as is befitting of my new estate. Good morrow to you, magistrate. I think I'd better think it out again. You see, I can just sort of sing my way through a song, and I know I fluffed a word there, but you got the general idea. Now, there are people who presumably sing only to themselves and never to anybody else, and possibly they are sparing the rest of us, in which case, thank you very much. But I do hear of people who are very good singers, and yet we never get to hear them sing, which is a bit of a shame, really. And I think we should perhaps encourage those people to sing more and to sing in company more. But then again, there is that "perform for us, monkey" trap that some people can fall into. Very well-meaning people can make others feel very awkward by putting them on the spot and saying, and I know because this happened to me when I was a child. I was treated sometimes a bit as the performing monkey. I was in a lot of musicals when I was young, and so people would know, oh, he knows this, that, and the other song from that musical. Go on then. And I didn't like that. So are there people who sing only to themselves, or, weirder still, only to others? Now then. Yes, I don't think I could trust someone who sang only in company. And it says here, to. Sometimes you sing to someone. And it's I might be in a show and I'm singing a song, and I know that there are lots of people in the audience and they can all hear, so I'm sort of singing to them. But singing to someone, looking them right in the eye, I've got you under my skin. You know, it's much more, someone's singing to me, and that can be really awkward as well. So I think you should be careful of singing to people. That can be very disquieting. I do remember I was in a park in the centre of Copenhagen, right next to the Royal Palace. It was a beautiful sunny day, and there were loads of people enjoying the sun and sitting about the place. And there were two women sitting on a park bench just under a tree, and they had lots of classical music, sheet music, with them, and they were singing quite loudly these classical parts and two-part harmonies and the like. And I find that very impressive, because I cannot read music to save my life. I just don't. It does not compute. I can see, yes, there's a spatial difference between those two black dots, which is greater than between those two black dots. But I just cannot translate spatial differences on a piece of paper to pitches and notes in my head. I sort of perceive notes differently. I can whistle, and I hit those notes first time every time. I can do it again. You see, so you know that it was not a random note. I can hear the note in my head and I can hit it. I have no idea how I do that. And I can do it with whistling, but I'm not so well with singing. Anyway, these two women could read music, which, as I say, was very impressive. And they sang with gusto, and there were plenty of people within earshot of them. But what was unusual and did sort of impress me was their singing was terrible, really bad, but they were quite uninhibited, and they were giving these difficult classical pieces of music a go. And yeah, I don't want to hear that every day, but it impressed me that they were so unembarrassed to be singing when so many people could hear and suffer what they were singing. So I was impressed. Slightly appalled, but I was so impressed that for me was entertainment. I wouldn't want to hear that every day, though. So yes, we should sing. And singing is a skill that you can get better at. And if people are not brought out of their shells and encouraged to sing, then an awful lot of people who would be fine at singing and would be able to enjoy singing, even if they never become very good, you just have to be good enough to enjoy it. It's about with dancing. For me, dancing, I know so much more about dancing, and I teach dance. And again and again, I meet people who seem to think that in order to enjoy dancing, you have to be good at it. No, you don't. You just have to give it a go. You can be really quite mediocre, but really, really enjoy dancing. In fact, you can be quite bad at dancing and still enjoy dancing. So, with singing, you should definitely at least be able to sing on your own and enjoy it. Lindybeige!